Hey, what's up, guys? It's a Chicken Sandwich here, and I'm back. Sorry I've been gone for a little while. I've been gone for my own reasons, and everything's my fault on this. So, like, you guys hadn't scared me off. I haven't decided to stop doing this. I just, sometimes you just need a break once in a while, or being forced into a break, I should say. I forgot to pay my internet bill, and my internet got shut off. So, it's turned back on, and I'm going to be bringing you a COD Ghost gameplay. I really don't know the gameplay. I'm just kind of tossing something up there at this point. It's something I recorded before my internet went down, so there have been a patch release. So if there's something that's changed in balancing, it's not weird. So, I wanted to talk to you guys today about Disney movies. I know, Disney movies. It's, I'm talking about, like, Disney used to be a company that produced some high-quality films for their time. Used to be whenever films were being made, if you saw a Walt Disney production or Buena Vista production in front of a film, it means it was going to be a great film and you were going to enjoy your time. Now, I want to talk about a couple movies in particulars. One that says Walt Disney and one that says Walt Disney and Buena Vista. And the movie I want to talk about that is Walt Disney production alone was Escape to Witch Mountain. Escape to Witch Mountain is a movie I watched last night, and I thought, I'm going to watch this movie, and I'm really only going to enjoy it for nostalgia, because it's a movie I haven't seen in 20 years. 20 years. That's a long time. Like, I was a little kid whenever I last seen this movie. I'm 26 years old right now. 20 years ago, I was 6. So it's been a long time since I've seen this movie. And I'm sitting there, I'm going to only enjoy it for nostalgia. There's probably not going to be too much. And I sat down and I watched it and I enjoyed it. It was a well-written movie. The special effects, at the time, it was made in 1975. The special effects were pretty good for using traditional effects. I mean, there's a lot of floating objects in there which are probably done by wires. I don't know. I think that's how it was. It was wires and puppetry and stuff like that. That all the special effects were done, and of course chroma key. And I was sitting there watching the movie, and I'm like, man, this movie actually is well written for its time. I mean, obviously acting has gotten better since over time, so acting was really good for the time, and I mean, I just really enjoyed the film. I mean, there's a lot of stuff like I didn't remember about the film. I mean, it was almost like watching the film for the first time, and I really enjoyed it. And another movie I watched last night was the animated film Robin Hood, by Walt Disney Company. It was I've watched it more recently, like in the last couple years or so that I've seen this movie. Robin Hood was one of my favorite feature animated films by the Walt Disney Company, and I really enjoyed it on the level that, like, I like it so much. I think it's the reason subconsciously why the fox is one of my favorite animals, and it also tells a good story. I mean, Robin Hood's one of my favorite stories of all time. Or the folklore of Robin Hood, I should say. And it was really good. I mean, come to think of it today, these days, since like Michael Eisner took over or something like that of Disney, the films that they produce are less prestigious in my opinion. I'm not counting like the Pixar films. Pixar films are great. There are a few great films. But I'm talking like, back in the 90s, they had a count. Every time they announced a movie, or even before the 90s, every time they announced a movie, they says like, this is Walt Disney's such and such animated feature film, like the 30th feature film, or the first, or the second, something like that. They would always announce it as the number. They don't do that no more because probably since like Michael Eisner took over Disney. I mean, it's not Michael Eisner no more, but it's John Lasseter, the former head of Pixar, is now the head of Disney. But whenever Michael Eisner took over, I'm going to say this, that they, since Michael Eisner took over, they over doubled the amount of animated films that they have actually produced prior, maybe, since then, you know. They tossed out a whole bunch of sequels to older movies. They tossed out sequels like Peter Pan, Lady of the Tramp, Cinderella. What else? So there's quite a few of them. Little Mermaid. You know, it's like so many sequels are just like, oh, here's some sequels, and then also the Pixar films and stuff like that. But let's talk about their live action movies. The live action movies have gone downhill so much. Like I used to love their live action films like Bedknobs and Broomsticks, which was a live action slash animated film, but it was more live action than anything else. Their live action films have really gone downhill. I mean, they did a pseudo remake of Witch Mountain, which was Race to Witch Mountain, and actually little known, a little bit of trivia there. The two kids from Witch Mountain, the first movie, were actually in Race to Witch Mountain. The one with the rock. They both make cameos as characters, and I thought that was kind of cool. But that's not here nor there. I mean, they've done the live action stuff that they've done, like the Disney original movies. I don't follow as much as I used to. I mean, the Disney original movies used to be really good, like whenever they had like Brink and Xenon, and what else? My Mom is Dating a Vampire was a pretty good movie. There's quite a few other movies, but they used to be really good. Disney movies, they used to come out with one a month, and I enjoyed them. But now they've gotten lackluster, like High School Musical. Like it's not substance. It's more sustenance than substance. I mean, the movies are crap. They're only trying to make money, whereas Walt Disney used to make movies to see for movies he would want to watch, and that's kind of how he did things. Is he made movies that he wanted to watch, and that's how he did, and that's why we got such quality films up until him and his brother passed away, because that's just how they ran the business. They wanted to make movies that people wanted to watch and that they would enjoy watching themselves. And on that note, I'm going to say I'm back. We'll start posting every day, and I'm glad you guys are with me. Y'all have a good night.